The Dogs, in association with the Greyhound Board of Great Britain.
On this week's programme, we catch up with one of our featured greyhounds, CASTLEDALE Lad, and see how he's enjoying his retirement. Plus a comprehensive review of the first round heats of the Stan James Springbok from Wimbledon.
2.5 years ago, we introduced you to the trials and tribulations of CASTLEDALE Lad. He was the greyhound whose career looked over before he'd even raced, having been badly injured in a trial. We followed his rehabilitation, and months of rest and recuperation followed, patience being the watchword for Connections and the lady who looked after him most, Lorraine Sams. Hours on the treadmill were followed by home walks and gallops before a remarkable return to the track. King, as he was known, now had a chance of doing what he loved most, racing. And the fairy tale was completed with wins for Seamus Cahill and Lorraine and 4 victories on Sky. His team of owners are well known to you. They include Sky producer Dave Lawrence and his brother Clive, who produced this programme. And it was Clive who recently went to visit King, now in retirement at his new home in Kent, with Tom and Madeleine Manning.
Hello, Tom.
Hello, Clive. Pleased to meet you. Thank you.
And we were eager to find out how Tsar, as he's now known, he's become a Russian king no less, is getting on.
So tell us, how's King settled in?
Fabulous.
Absolutely fine.
Fabulous.
Absolutely fine, no problems.
He's a big dog, is he hard to handle?
No, he's easy as anything. You can walk out, he'll walk alongside you, it doesn't pull. He's fine with most of the dogs. And it's a joy to walk around with him.
Yes.
It is absolute joy, especially when we take him over to the field and we can let him off have a run with our other dog Molly. Brilliant to watch them. And they're not aggressive at all. Unfortunately, other dogs might be aggressive to them, but most of the time they're just great.
And I'm afraid to tell you that she is the power behind the throne now. She tells him what to do. She has her boundaries and he's allowed to go just so far. So if she doesn't want him to run around the field, then she'll try and stop him running around the field and correct him if he's going too near something she wants. Won't let him play unless she wants to play. So she's actually the boss of the two, although she's a lot smaller.
So he's been tamed by a lady.
That's
Of course.
Is there any problems with him in the early days?
No. We were
not
pretty
at all.
lucky because with having Molly, she showed him the ropes. Obviously, when he came into the house, when we first picked him up with having experience with greyhounds before, we took him round, walked him round everywhere, walked him round the house, the back garden, let him know that this is where he was now, let him get comfortable, and he's been absolutely fine. Molly, as I say, she's shown him all the ropes, what to do, and he's brilliant, absolutely brilliant he is.
I mean, he did a double take when he first saw the Hoover.
Oh, yeah.
Wondered what that was, but now he just lays in the middle of the carpet and I have to go round him. So he's perfectly at home, doesn't take any notice of the washing machine anymore. Once again, he watched it a couple of times, then decided it wasn't going to chase him, so he walked off and laid down and ignored it. So yes, he's settled in at home beautifully.
Madeleine and Tom have had other dogs, but more recently favoured greyhounds. Tsar now shares his home with pal Molly, whose gentle nature typifies the breed.
They're not in-your-face dogs. When you come home, they're really pleased to see you. They want their affection. They come and lay at your feet. Of an evening when we're watching the television, Molly will come and lay next to the settee, next to Tom, rolls on her back and they hold hand and paw.
Thank you.
And Tsar comes and usually lays next to me and has his head tickled and he loves his neck tickled. And that's how we spend most of the evening. And then when they've had enough and they don't want to watch TV anymore, they take themselves off to bed and we usually have to wake them up to take them out for their last walk.
What are they like being left alone at home?
Brilliant.
Absolutely fine.
We've never, touch wood, in all the years we've had greyhounds, we've never ever had any problems, have we?
No.
Not once. There's never been any dirty, nothing ever ripped or bitten or anything like that.
No,
They're fine.
no problems.
The main thing is, when the dogs first come into the house, you have to show them that's where they're living now. And if you can make it into a smallish type of room, because the mistake we made when we first got a greyhound, we gave it the run of the house, and they don't want that.
They're used to a kennel, yes.
A kennel, they're happy being there.
Yes.
If they want to get up and move around, they can do, but if they know that's where their bed is and that's where they stay, they're more than happy to do that.
That little bit enclosed area, and they feel very secure.
Yeah, they do, yeah.
Do you think that's why they're good being left on their own, because they're used to it in the
Yes,
I think so, yeah.
I think probably their kennel experience teaches them that they're not going to be out and about all day long, that there are times when you have sleeps and you wait and then you're taken out. And I think they like
a routine.
Yeah. And they very much know when it's time to go for a walk, and they'll let you know. They'll get up and wander around, and you think, oh yes, time must be getting on, and we look at the clock, and they're usually dead on time.
Zara and Molly go for regular walks, but nothing too strenuous. They settled into the routine of home life, Molly having shown Zara the ropes. She's helped the transition from racing kennel to homing, which has been a smooth one.
You just don't get any problems at all off them. If you treat them properly, you're laughing. It's a friend for life, and there's nothing better than having the stress of work, coming home, being greeted by them two and the wife, and them two.
Thank you.
It's absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. You come down, sit down, get yourself changed, sit down, have your cup of tea, and have a little play with the dogs, and it's brilliant. It takes all the stress out.
And then you go for a walk, which once again,
for a walk, yeah, and
you've got
great.
The fresh air and the exercise.
Yeah, it's really good.
It does you so much good.
Tom and Madeline took in their first greyhound from Lorraine Sam's kennel while Lorraine was based as a trainer at Crayford. They appreciate the need for new homes to be found for dogs whose days on the track are now over.
There's so many greyhounds need rehoming, and if we can offer them a good home, then we'd like to think that we'll be able to, as long as we're fit and healthy to do so.
Yeah, as long as you can walk around with them, we're happy to take them. And we always recommend them to people, don't we?
Yes.
Everybody we meet.
Yes.
Recommend them. And as I say, there's an awful lot of people now that have greyhounds, and we meet them on the walks and usually go out. I mean,
it's an unofficial social club, isn't it?
Yeah, it is round here.
A picture tells 1,000 words. Suffice to say, our king is enjoying his retirement. He's not got a care in the world. Lucky him.
So he's basically from day one. That's the way he's been.
Chilled.
Just chill. He loves it. He does what he wants within reason, and it's fine. We're happy just to see them happy.
Dogs are seen to before anything else, aren't they?
Oh yeah.
Dogs come first. I'm afraid.
They are a commitment. You know, and
yes.
if you want enjoyment out of them, you have to put it in, and they will give you back in bucket loads.
Absolutely.
They give it back in bucket loads. If you look after them properly, you'll have no problems whatsoever. None at all. You know, anybody's thinking about getting a dog, they're the dogs to go for.
They are so good. They pick up very, very quickly. They're not slow dogs, they're not silly dogs, and they just fall into the routine of life. You know, they're really good, very easy dogs. I've had dogs in the past that have been really hard work, and perhaps for me, in my face too much, whereas now they will settle down and do their own little thing so that I can carry on doing my bits and pieces, and then we all go out and enjoy ourselves together. You know, so I recommend greyhounds, 101%.
Coming up after the break, all the action from the first round heats of the Stan James Springbok. Hot Dog Jack's hit the front and got about a length and a half clear here from Quiver's Punch, who's trying to reel it in, but Hot Dog Jack jumps the last well and wins by 3 lengths in the end.
The Seamus Cahill trained Hot Dog Jack wins last year's Stan James Springbok. And we were back at Wimbledon on Saturday for the heats of this year's Novice Hurdlers showpiece. One of the leading contenders for outright honours, Bomber Bailey, began his campaign in Heat 1. He took on chiefly Freedom Man, the pair sharing favouritism.
And away they go, racing up towards the first flight. Freedom Man out fast. Already gets a bump there from Love Links as that turned right out of the traps, and this is played into the paws of Bomber Bailey, who goes on. More trouble there for Freedom Man. Bomber Bailey leads here from 2 Love Links in second. After these comes Cool Cashin, and then comes 5 Freedom Man. This quartet are away from the others. So go around the third bend. It's Bomber Bailey leading here by a length from Love Links, that's trying to come again and tries to force the issue on the inside there. A bit of bumping. Bomber Bailey jumps into the lead at the final flight to win. Love Links was second, and qualifying in third, Freedom Man.
As our exclusive head-on footage shows, Bomber Bailey really was plotted up in trap 1. The middle to wide moving Love Links in 2 really does clear the way for Mark Wallace's dog to turn handy and go on to score in 28.30.
Yeah, we're delighted with that performance. We've seen him progressing over the course of the trial stakes, and we're pleased that he's managed to increase his time, and he looked good with it.
And you know the dog very well because you only just joined Mark, but you came with the dog from Mick Pusey's.
Yeah, that's right. We trained him over the hurdles with Mick, and we're very pleased. I've got a lot vested in this dog to see him do well in the competition.
And is trap 1 his draw? Does he want trap 1?
Yeah, we're pleased with trap 1 draw. We hope he'll get it again.
Lorraine Sam's Nebuchadnezzar went to traps a warm order for Heat 2. He also wore red and headed the market from the Jason Foster train Cat's My Boy, one of 3 entries in the event for the local handler.
Up go the lids and away they go. Good start from 2. Kingdom Fantasy hops over the first in front here. After it goes Cat's My Boy, who took a bit of a bump there. There's more crowding going on. Nebuchadnezzar's made rapid improvement up into second. Heading down the far side, Kingdom Fantasy. Nebuchadnezzar now alongside and out jumps that rival easily. Nebuchadnezzar jumping low and flat has suddenly sprinted clear around the third bend. The others begin to get in each other's way there. After these back in second, Kingdom Fantasy being bumped there by Cat's My Boy, but there's one winner. An easy success for Nebuchadnezzar. Second, Kingdom Fantasy. Cat's My Boy third.
A runaway victory for Nebuchadnezzar, but a definite move to the middle for the favourite in the run to the first bend. But able to track Kingdom Fantasy, he was soon in full flight to win easily in 28.20.
Very impressive. I'm absolutely delighted, and it's a relief to get the first win out of the way.
He passed on the outside. He's not really a tight railer. Would you say he's more of a middle runner?
He probably is more of a middle runner, but I mean, he will pass inside, he will pass outside, but you know, he's bided his time there and he's done everything right.
And once he sees daylight, I mean, he goes into overdrive, doesn't he?
He does, yeah. I mean, he would stay this trip brilliantly anyway. I mean, it's probably a tad on the short side for him, so yeah, absolutely.
And were you worried when he fell in that trial stakes a couple of runs back?
I wasn't so much worried as disappointed for him really. But then he's not the type of dog where he loses his confidence, so you know, it worked out well in the end.
And tonight it was a perfect jumping display, I thought.
It was perfect, yeah. Great for him and great for me. And for the owners.
Another big fancy for the event is Platinum Lancelot. However, he was taking on anti-post favourite Little Boy in Heat 3, and the locals had a juicy 3-1 to snap up on Jason Foster's runner, who went from 4.
Away they go, racing up towards the first flight. Good start, Bombogenic Rose through the centre. Good pace though, Platinum Lancelot, that takes off and goes round with a 2-length lead here from Bombogenic Rose, involved in a bit of bumping with Little Boy. The favourite's in trouble at the moment. 6 is on its outside in a fix, and after these comes 1 Rockburst Mason. Heading over the next, and a huge lead there from Platinum Lancelot. Is some 7 lengths clear here. Rockburst Mason disputing second here with Bombogenic Rose. So they come around the final bend. Easy success for Platinum Lancelot. Second place Rockburst Mason, and in third was Bombogenic Rose.
A fast start from 3, but better pace from Platinum Lancelot. He takes a touch after jumping the first hurdle and then makes a definite move to the fence. He then goes on to score in the fastest of the round, 28.05.
A bit worried about the draw at the time, but he's done it out the boxes, turned in front, prerequisite of pace, and he's got it in spades.
Yeah, I mean, the draw did look a little dodgy when you looked at it in the first place, but with that sort of early pace, any draw will come alight to him.
16 spots outside the track record at Oxford on the flat, so with the Racing Post saying he isn't one of the faster dogs in the competition, probably got that a little bit wrong, and he's proved it today.
Wimbledon enjoyed another bumper crowd on Saturday. Over 2,000 people making their way to Plough Lane for a cracking night's racing. The track continues to buck a general trend by attracting the young as well as the old, and they were treated to the thrills and spills of the Springbok. Heat 4 now, and another favourite in the red box, Love Mac, representing Maxine Locke.
Up go the lids and they're off. Slow break there from Baron Pedro in 3. The pace is with 5 here. Kilgraney Agassi jumps into the lead and goes around the first bend. Just gets past trap 4 there. A reach far Julio racing in second. After these on the outside comes Deanridge Casper making up a bit of ground. Then comes 2 Delwood Freddy heading down the far side, and the lead with Kilgraney Agassi. Good middle pace from Deanridge Casper's got well clear from the others, and now is hunting down Kilgraney Agassi. As they come to the last, there's not much between them, just Deanridge Casper wins. Kilgraney Agassi weakened in second, and Baron Pedro qualified in third.
The outside traps end up dominating here, and it's a relatively straightforward task. The experienced Kilgraney Agassi keeps a straight line into the turn, forcing Deanridge Casper to switch inside him, but he wins in 28.61.
Tony, gutsy performance there from Deanridge Casper.
Yeah, very, yeah. I was a little bit worried about him cramping because he cramped last week at the trial stage, but yeah, very game run.
What sort of dog was he on the flat?
Fast as a pup, yeah, very fast. Yeah.
So when did you decide to put him over hurdles? Or when did the owners decide to put him over hurdles?
At the last minute, really. He's been here for all the trial sessions, but yeah, it was a last minute decision.
One of the most competitive races of the night was Heat 5. Mal Byatt went off, the 2-1 favourite, but dangers abounded to Lorraine Sam's dog, not least from the Bernie Doyle-trained Rabbit Fighter in 3.
Off and running and racing up towards the first flight. Rabbit Fighter pings out in front. Mal Byatt's trying to go with him though. After these racing in third place. Oh, there's a bit of bother there. Mal Byatt took a bump, improving now Stardome Storm. Heading down the far side. Rabbit Fighter by 2.5 lengths then from 1. Stardome Storm on the inside of Mal Byatt. After these a gap of 2.5 lengths back to Urban Scout. They come around the third bend and it's Rabbit Fighter from the front. Still leading here. A scrap on for second at the moment between Stardome Storm and Mal Byatt, but success to Rabbit Fighter. Just getting second was Mal Byatt in third, Stardome Storm.
Out of the boxes, trap 2 moves middle to give 1 plenty of room, but nothing can match the early pace of Rabbit Fighter. The local hope keeps a straight line into the bend before going on to score in 28.70.
Yeah, he ran well. He has a dog with a bit of early pace, but in his 2 or 3 hurdle races so far, he's never actually got away from the boxes cleanly. And he's a bit of crowd in that. But yeah, tonight was probably a weaker heat of the night, but he's run well. Nice.
Because he was a fair A1 dog on the flat, wasn't he?
Yeah, what it was when he came over, he went from A6 up to A1, and the owner always had in mind to try him over the jumps because he has got a nice bit of early pace, and the owner is well pleased.
Another teaser for punters in the final Heat 6. Lodge Magic started favourite, but on what was turning out a good night for the locally trained entries, Nora McEllistrom's MacArthur was about to cheer the Wimbledon faithful again.
And we're off and racing up towards the first bend. MacArthur making what's he doing, MacArthur? All over the place, but he's jumped the second flight in front here. He's got good early pace and he goes round ahead of 6, Rocky Rocket in second. After he's racing in third comes Emporio Season. A break back to the others, headed by 4 Lodge Magic as they go over the next. And the lead at the moment with MacArthur, pushed all the way by Rocky Rocket. Emporio Caesar, no luck in running, improving Lodge Magic as they come round the final bend. And it's MacArthur on the inside. Rocky Rocket, a duel for the lead. Rocky Rocket, MacArthur's got there. MacArthur beats Rocky Rocket just in third, Emporio Caesar.
As a middle seed, an unsurprising move to the centre of the track helped MacArthur's cause, but hampered those on his outside. 3, 4 and 5 got no sort of run into the first flight as the winner coursed the hare before turning in front to score in 28.99.
He ran really well actually because he doesn't stay the best of dogs anyway. He's got a good few bumps, but he was really strong tonight and he ran well.
And out of track 1, he's come straight across to the middle of the track.
Yeah, no, I don't think he wants one, but he showed it, he held his ground and he had a few decent dogs behind him, so he ran well.
What sort of grade was he on the flat?
Well, he started off A7, made all the way through to A1, had a few open races on his way, and he was a real good dog really. In his prime, nothing could really lead him round here, so it's decent.
So the star of the first round on the clock is Platinum Lancelot. He ran right away from his rivals to impress his trainer, Jason Foster.
Yeah, great run. I was very impressed the way he came off the second bend and he opened up. In a way I fully expected him to definitely improve through the competition, and hopefully there is going to be some more there yet to come.
Were you worried about the track 4 draw?
No, not really. I mean, he's a big, strong dog. Last time out, he got beat from 4, but on collision, with a dog from trap 2. The 2 dog went lame straight away, and he still got to the corner in front, but obviously it took a couple of lengths out of his sails during the race, and he got beat. But generally, no, he's a very strong dog, and I think he'll have a cracking chance of winning the whole Springbok.
Here's the semi-final draw with the sponsors' outright prices. Platinum Lancelot is the 9-4 anti-post favourite, but can he get a clear run to the bend? Drawn on his inside is the quick-up Kingdom Fantasy. Wearing the blue here, he kept fairly straight to the bend, but was a little ungamely at the second flight in his hurry to lead. Another rival, Kilgraney Agassi, seen here in 5, may have needed the run in the first round when he was caught by Deanridge Casper close home. All 6 runners look as though they will keep straight from the boxes. On their best sectional times, there won't be much between 5 of the 6 runners, so trapping and accurate jumping at speed will be essential to get a first bend lead. Only 5 line up in the second semi-final following the defection of Baron Pedro. Stardome Storm and Bomber Bailey are both modest trappers. 50-1 outsider MacArthur made a beeline for the hair rail from trap 1 in the heats. He does possess early pace, and it's probably a good thing that he has a vacant box beside him in the semis. He will tack in towards the rails at the bend. Freedom Man, a regular A1 runner at Romford, trapped 12 from 5, but was impeded soon after the first flight and took another hefty bump at the first bend. He did really well to qualify for the semi-finals. Rocky Rocket in trap 6 could be there at the death. While likely favourite on the night, Bomber Bailey has the same amount of pace to the winning line first time as Stardome Storm, and he may have to bide his time to find an opening, perhaps in the closing stages of this race. In the third semi-final, Nebuchadnezzar, 3-1 in the outright prices with Stan James, will find the pace fairly hot either side of him. He did well to tiptoe past several rivals on the dash to the first bend after braking moderately from trap 1, and was a close second at the turn. This enabled him to show his great middle pace and stamina to record a rapid 28.20, but will he be so close to the pace in the semi-final? Emporio Caesar in trap 3 was making his move down the back straight in his heat when diving for the inside. He was forced to check and did well to qualify. Rabbit Fighter looks the likely leader in 3, but will he be strong enough to hold one of the finishers, Nebuchadnezzar, Emporio Caesar, or even Deanridge Casper? We here at the Dogs believe the value has gone for the front 2 in the betting. Both Platinum Lancelot and Nebuchadnezzar very fast greyhounds. So we've gone for a sporting investment. Freedom Man at 10-1 with a little each way support for Emporio Caesar at 50-1. A quick look at the calendar. Friday's highlight is the semi-finals of the Springbok at Wimbledon, plus there's an open race programme at Romford. The second round of the Blue Square Arc will be run at Swindon on Saturday, whilst the Pattinson Construction Trafalgar Cup starts at Oxford. Coventry have Sunday evenings to themselves at the moment, whilst Crayford, Nottingham and Romford have the best fare on Monday. For all the latest results, click on to our website, thedogs.co.uk. Don't forget to join us on Tuesday for the final of the Stan James Springbok from Wimbledon, live here on Sky Sports.
The Dogs, in association with the Greyhound Board